we have Professor Mike Dillon, the Chief Executive Officer of the Institute of Productivity, a think tank, publishing house, and strategic consultancy based in the UK. Right? I welcome Mike to RV Institute of Management.
Nice to be here.
Thank you so much. Right? He is here in the context of inaugurating the Center for India, Institute of Productivity Center for India. So today we have inaugurated the Center for India, and under the center we would like to take up so many activities for the students, for the industry, and for the entire nation. So a couple of questions to you, Mike.
I'm ready when you are.
Yeah. Yeah. How would you think the IOP Centre will help the students of RV Institute of Management?
Well, first of all, nice to be here.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Second, I represent 54 national productivity organisations. So, as Vice President of the World Network of Productivity Organisations, I welcome your centre on board.
It's going to be 55th.
Yeah, 55.
Yeah.
Like the Heinz beans varieties, yeah.
Yeah.
So, for me, it's important through linkage that the students can look at and see how other students in other countries tackle productivity problems. The key thing for a student is skill. How can the student gain skill in tackling problems important to the sector in which they work? RVIM have many sectors. Finance, marketing might be a big sector.
Yeah.
But for the student, they need to do projects.
Yeah.
Okay, they need to actually do something practical that allows them to gain experience.
Yeah.
So they need the projects from the Productivity Centre.
Yeah.
They need to gain the skill.
Yeah.
And
because it is very important, because skills we think is required at the lower level, but it is also required at the higher levels.
Yeah, it's misunderstood. When you look from first year degree to PhD, a skill set exists. But for the student to actually have the experience and the skill means that they should command the salary. Okay?
Yeah.
But what students want, and we'll talk about this, is often recognition by the institute and by their own network, their peers, that they are confident to tackle problems in their sector.
In the industry.
Well, yes, in the industry, the service sector in which they operate.
Yeah.
So, for many centres that we work with worldwide, it's the first thing is to get the student projects that they can actually use to tackle problems important to their country.
Sure. Yeah, Mike, how would you think RV group of institutions can remain more productive and relevant?
I think, first of all, for you, you're already a very strong institute.
Yeah.
Congratulations on becoming
The
university.
Yeah.
I think
we are on the way to becoming university.
Well, I think you've always been a university.
Yeah.
People, whether they give you the stamp, your academic team, the programs that you deliver is already university standard easily. Yeah. So I think it's good that you're strong. I think the ability to do more international projects, to collaborate in more national projects is good for your organisation. And I think accessing funding in those areas where you can actually tackle projects, and most importantly, it keeps the staff relevant, and it keeps the learning environment and the learning ideas relevant for the student. So if the staff are engaged in projects, they can involve the student group. So I think that's good. So I hope that you will lead a delegation for Bangalore to the international conference in China in September.
Sure.
where we're asking you to
Yeah,
lead.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
We
no.
will lead that through our new center.
Yes, well, I hope in that centre you can bring to this, because there'll be 2,000 delegates in China easily, and it's the premier, either the premier of China or the vice premier will be the patron.
Yeah.
So your profile as an institute will be raised by activities like this. Also in Indonesia, the other institute that leads the national
Projects.
Yeah, it's good that you maybe we find a way that we
Part
can
of
actually
it.
get you to come over and actually speak to them. So I think you're strong. You can become stronger.
Yeah.
You can open up new areas in your university. Why not a master's degree in productivity and innovation?
Yeah.
I
We
think
can certainly think in that direction.
yeah, because you have with your MBA students, you've got one target group, but I think you'll actually find there's a market for that product in its own right. So you can expand your services, you can link internationally, you can
Offer
grow-
new programs.
Yes, yeah. So I think this,
innovative programs.
which RVM has always done.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, my
Sure.
colleague Corey Raj, who was our trustee and our director, introduced us to RVIM
Yeah.
maybe 10, 11 years ago.
I know.
So
I know.
good that we're back.
Yeah. We have been associated since last 10, 11 years.
Yes.
So Mike, as per your personal experience, what do you think that inspires students to accomplish higher goals?
I think the important thing for me is the way that the learning happens. Yeah, but the students. Winston Churchill, I said, "I love to learn, but I do not like to be taught."
Thoughts.
Right. So if you can make the learning environment interesting, the case studies, scenarios,
Project
industry,
based.
then I think you'll find that the students like this. One, because they become confident. Students find that they need to move from an area where they're with their parents every day. This is how
Spoon fed.
and now they have to work in the big bad world. So if we can create an environment, which is, we say RWE, realistic work environment, so that the students can move from that to undertaking projects, they grow confident, and we recognise them. We need to find a way to recognise the students' accomplishments, not only academically in terms of someone who achieves first or distinction, but if they have completed an industrial relevant project, we should recognise that this is actually a valuable thing, and someone who might be academically gifted and someone who might be vocationally gifted also get recognition. Yeah.
I totally understand and I agree with your word. Big bad word.
Yeah, but they need to.
Real work environment.
Yeah, but they need to. We've done it.
Yeah.
They need to do it, right? And once they've done it, they'll actually grow. The more small projects, the more we give them things that they can do. For me, I use projects as a mechanism for actually letting the student develop confidence.
Very true. Very true. A lot of learning happens through the projects. So looking forward, Mike, what's your opinion on the growth potential of RVIM post recognition of the IOP Centre? How IOP Centre can help RVIM in its growth trajectory?
I think RVIM will help itself, number one.
Yeah.
But together with the Productivity Centre, it has automatic linkages to other centres. We spent an earlier period discussing trade scenarios and actually working with the World Trade Centre and starting to look at bigger issues other than what is in the horizon of 20 kilometres outside the institute. So how do we help the institute grow? we use the students to bring back new ideas, what they demand, very active linkage, whereas, and it's no criticism of RVIM, I think you'll find if you have 180 or 360 students doing project activity, the volume of ideas that you'll actually bring back to the institute, even if we start with 50, 60. I said we started with 19 last year in Indonesia, now it's 100 student projects, and it's already nationally recognised.
So I think there's huge potential here. Right now we are kind of confined to national, so this IOP Centre will help us in becoming more international, work with the other centres, 54 centres, in their projects, participate in the conferences, and the smaller programs like international immersion programs for the students also, you know, add a lot of value to the students.
It'll be interesting if you ask the students who came on study tour and compare them with their ability to win a job or negotiate better salary, let the students tell you themselves. I think we have, this is for me probably 1,000 students who came between different parts of India in the last 10 years. Yeah.
Certainly it will add a lot of lot of value in their career.
Yes, well, I think it works both ways. In the past, after they have completed program, we previously used the students to stay for a year and actually do projects in the companies in the area. I hope the way that we work together means that students will get more opportunity to do project work here in India and also in other countries that we work in, whether it's Indonesia or one of the other 53 countries that we work in.
I know. And one another thing, Mike, how this center will help us in building the research base of this institution?
Well, it depends what you call research, Dr. Bung. I started my career with Unilever research.
Okay.
So for me, you have field research, commercial research, academic research. The Productivity Centre is focused on in-company activity, short project. So I think you can actually do work in that area that provides academic information when translated.
Okay.
I examined a PhD student last year who worked in the value chain in automotive sector, which was primarily a case study.
Case study kind of thing.
But for me, what that cell will do is effectively become the project cell, where you can actually get students in companies in the sector doing real work. And then if you've got PhD students that you want to be actually doing academic work, they can use the field work these people do to actually do more
field research.
No, we did the MPhil, so either Masters by Research, Masters of Philosophy, then PhD. We did DEd, which was more written papers. So it depends on the vision of the institute, what you want to do.
I think it will throw a lot of options, right? I look forward for scaling new heights with IOP.
Well, we look forward to scaling the height with you, the industry, and the students.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.